Hi, good morning. My name is Norma Van Horn, and I visualize a world in which everyone has access to inner peace. Now, as we know, having access to inner peace is not the same thing as experiencing inner peace. We have to choose it. We have to choose it. If we waited for peace to find us, we could be waiting a very long time. But the truth is that we are all empowered with all the tools and resources that we need to look inward, to open up our awareness, and to take steps towards establishing inner peace. And there are so many tools and ways to do this. So what I'm going to share today is just one that I use very regularly with my family, with myself. It's just a very simple centering and grounding practice. And I'll walk you through it. It takes about 15 minutes. So the first step is the hardest. The first step is to choose it. I choose to re-embody, to restore my inner embodiment and my inner peace. The first step is to choose it. And then, congratulations, because you're here and you've already chosen it. The second step is to find a place. Find a place. It can be anywhere, but it should be a place where you won't be disturbed. I'm at a little urban park right now. Just dropped my kids off for school and have an appointment in a bit, so I have a little window. So I'm doing it here and now. And so find a spot where you will be relatively undisturbed. You don't want to be deep and inward and then have something, jar you out of that state. That can be very jarring. So find your spot and then let's begin. So I'm going to turn my camera upwards so you can hear my voice, but you can have this beautiful view of life and nature right here. So to begin, you may do this meditation in a seated way or standing. But whatever you choose, find a place and a way where you can be symmetrically balanced. That's important so that your body can relax into the spot, into this activity. So settle the body. And let's just take a breath or two just to come back into this body right now. And we'll begin with 3 breaths. And the purpose of these breaths is to release any sounds that are held inside, because sometimes we hold on to our sounds, and sound is just energy. It's just vibration and energy. And like all energy, it's meant to flow. We're not meant to hold on to our sounds. So to begin, we'll take 3 breaths. We'll just a normal inhale, and then on the exhale, we'll let any sound inside that's ready to come out, come out. Inhale and exhale. And after I exhale and as I exhale, I like to even just give a wee little shimmy shake into that body, because sometimes we forget that we have bodies. And when we give a little shimmy shake as we're making more space, it gives us more space to inhabit inside the body. So now we have even more space, more footprint available inside the body to embody. So let's do it again. And exhale. And again with that shimmy shake and bringing the awareness into the body as we've just made even more space available. And one more, 3rd inhale. And that exhale with any sounds. And that shimmy shake. So bringing the awareness into the body and all the space that's available inside the body. Sometimes the torso is a really accessible place to bring the awareness. And now, let's call all of our energy back into our bodies from anywhere at all that it's available. And this is a Qigong exercise, so we'll visualize and set the intention to open up all of the pores all over the body. Just open them up. And now we're going to set the intention and visualize calling all of our energy back into our bodies from anywhere at all that it's available. Because everywhere we go and everything we do, we leave little bits of our energy all around us. And some of that energy is meant to stay where it lands, but some of that energy is available to come back to us, and it's our energy, so we can call it back. And so now visualize and set the intention to call whatever energy is available back into the body. And on the inhale, we'll breathe that energy into the body. And on the exhale, we'll visualize guiding that energy down to the energy field that's located below and behind the belly button called lower dantian. We'll visualize guiding it down there. And we'll take 3 breaths at your own rate and pace, breathing your energy back into your body. And after 3 breaths, you'll just visualize and set the intention to close all of your pores again. 3 breaths, you may begin. And now, bring the awareness into the part of the body that is heaviest on the earth right now. Just feel into the solidness of the connection with the earth, with the surface below. Just feel into the heaviness and the solidness. And take a breath or 2 as you really just bring the awareness to that solidness. And now we'll take 3 breaths, and on the inhale we'll breathe all the way into that heaviest part of the body on the earth. The inhale will go all the way down to that heaviest part of the body. And on the exhale, we'll visualize sending that exhale all the way down to the center of the earth. At your own rate and pace, 3 breaths, you may begin. And now, bring the awareness into the feet. And just for the next breath or 2, just feel what it feels like to be inside the feet right now. And now bring the awareness into the belly. And just for the next breath or two, just feel what it feels like to be inside the belly right now. And now bring the awareness into the heart space. And just for the next breath or two, just feel what it feels like to be inside the heart space right now. And now bring the awareness into the head. And just for the next breath or two, just feel what it feels like to be inside the head right now. And now bring the awareness into the hands. And just for the next breath or two, just feel what it feels like to be inside the hands right now. And now, as I call out different body parts, just bring the awareness into those body parts. Head, heart, hands, belly, feet, hands, heart, head, feet, belly, heart. And now, just for the next breath or two, see if you can bring the awareness into the entire body at the same time. And now bring the awareness back into the heart space. And we're going to come back slowly and gently resurface to this time and this place together. At your own rate and pace, you can begin to stretch, move, open the eyes when you're ready. Bringing the awareness back into the body. Bringing the awareness back into the body as we open our eyes and resurface back to this time and this place. We have been places, and we're not the same as we were when we started this activity. So bringing the awareness back into the body and just checking in. How are you doing now? How are you feeling now as compared to how you were before you started? Sometimes this can elicit yawns. And what that means is that the parasympathetic response has been activated. That moved us not only more back into our bodies, more of an embodiment practice, but also back into rest and digest, away from the sympathetic world where we're out there in fighting and flighting and freezing and all of those activities. It brought us back into parasympathetic state, which is the state we're meant to be in most of the time. I think our culture gets it backwards. We're oriented towards that gear that's like fighting and flighting and all of that, but that's not how our bodies and our biology are made. We're meant to be in parasympathetic state. So congratulations, you just chose inner peace. So I'd love to hear how this went for you, what your experience was. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. And with honor for all, I wish you blue skies and warmest wishes.